stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. I like crypto grind. Currency's flowing, every coin's on my mind. My Coinbase the upper, watch your numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, phones in the van. Emptying out my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction hit a cash register ring. Ride the blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, let the profit.
If you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
You gotta get this money on.
Gotta get this money on.
Gotta get this money on. What's good? What's good? We back.
What up? What up?
Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. So we got a couple updates to go over. So we're gonna talk about Tether because they officially launched Made in America USAT stablecoin as mass trade for adoption looms.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that.
Your peoples. That's your peoples.
So yeah, we just got some stablecoin talk. We're gonna talk about gold. Gold going above $5,000 in the Clarity Act being in limbo. So we'll talk about that. Credit unions, XRP, silver. So yeah, we got a couple things to go over. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. Make sure y'all running the likes up over there on TikTok. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Actually, I need to share the live out. I did not share the live to the community. Hold on. Let me get a link right quick, and then we're gonna get started for real. Just a couple updates.
What up, y'all?
That Patreon live got me spoiled because I don't even be having to do this. It do it for me.
Shout out to everybody in the Patreon.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the Patreon. We'll be back in there this evening. Okay, there we go. Let me just repost it. What's good, everybody? Hope y'all ran them likes up while we're waiting. All right, cool. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. So we're gonna go over this Tether news first, honestly. Here we go.
Yeah, what your people's talking about?
So Tether officially launches Made in America's trade file adoption looms. So we're gonna go ahead, get right into it. Let me get me and D on the screen. There we go. All right, bet. All right, y'all. So bear with me again. My new internet is coming on Thursday from Starlink. Hopefully it's successful. Between Thursday and Tuesday, I believe. So hopefully it comes on Thursday. That's when I'll get my new internet. So we'll see how that goes. Just to update y'all on the internet. So if I'm going in and out, my apologies. All right, so Tether. So why this is newsworthy for everyone. So stablecoins are becoming regulated money tools. So stablecoins aren't just crypto tokens anymore. So Tether's move shows they're being folded into actual financial infrastructure under U.S. oversight, not just in unregulated markets. So that means things like consumer protections, reserve transparency, reporting, and compliance regulations matter in ways they didn't before. So the U.S. market entry by a major stablecoin issuer. So Tether is the issuer of the largest stablecoin USDT, but that coin has not been approved for use domestically because of regulatory uncertainty. So USAT changes that by offering a product built for U.S. rules and institutions, which is a major step if stablecoins are going to become part of everyday dollars and payments. So there is growing competition in stablecoin territory. So Circle's USDC has been the dominant regulated dollar token in the U.S. market. USAT now positions Tether as a direct competitor on federal rails, which could reshape how stablecoins are used by banks, payment processors, corporate treasury systems, everyday transactions, and not just traders on exchanges. So the potential impact on payments and trade for adoption. So stablecoins like USAT are being pitched as tools for faster payments, lower cost transfers, integration with traditional financial systems, cross-border business settlement. So if regulated, stablecoins are widely adopted by mainstream financial players. It could accelerate crypto tech becoming part of everyday financial operations rather than a niche market. So Tether's launch of a U.S. regulated stablecoin is a sign that digital dollars are moving from crypto only into regulated financial systems. So it's a step toward integrating stablecoins with banks, payment systems, and traditional financial services under U.S. law, and that matters for how digital assets are used in real-world dollars. So it looks like Tether, they announced last year that they were coming out with this stablecoin. They said early 2026, so they won't lie because it's still January. So they just launched it. So we'll see, because I'm seeing that we are still waiting on official rules for the Genius Act, and I think we still need something with market structure or something like that. So I'm still seeing a little bit of red flags even with the USAT coin. So we'll see moving forward. But yeah. I'm still seeing a couple red flags with this USAT coin. Like I can let me see. Like USAT now it might be straight. I don't know, but these are just concerns from the nerds in the space. But even Mr. Man, shout out to Mr. Man on X, but he said the Genius Act of 2025 states what a stablecoin provider is required to do. Not one thing accomplished by Tether yet. So he's basically saying Tether has not done anything that they're required to do. So he said basically you have until 2027, the full phase of implementation, of the Genius Act. So yeah, but then someone else countered it and said, it's hard to launch anything when details and joint notices from all involved haven't been completed. We need joint notices of final rules from the FDIC, the OCC, UST, and the Federal Reserve. So currently none of that, none have finalized rules in place. So that's why I said we still have to see what the rules are going to be and if Tether is going to be compliant to those final rules. So we'll keep an eye on it, but as of right now, they're saying that USAT is, I guess, supposedly, what did they say? They got approved for use domestically. So we'll see. Oh wait, no, they have not been approved for use domestically, but USAT changes that by offering a product built for U.S. rules and institutions. We don't know what the rules are yet. The rules aren't final, so we'll see, guys. We'll see. But right now, Tether is in limbo. I would just put it like that. Tether's in limbo. Be careful. So yeah, we'll go on to this next one. So just because we talking about stablecoins, I'll kind of stay on the stablecoin topic real quick. Because I got an article here with Standard Chartered. Hold on. Stablecoins are a real threat to bank deposits. So this is from Standard Chartered, actually. And did I have another one with credit in here? Hold on. Second. We're gonna go over this one. All right, cool. Hold on. All right, yeah, stablecoins. Here we go. All right, so yeah, stablecoins could pull money out of bank accounts. So I'm glad they finally are discussing this. So a new analysis from global bank Standard Chartered warns that as stablecoins become more widely used, they could draw a lot of money out of traditional bank deposits, especially at smaller regional banks in the United States. So Standard Chartered experts say that if stablecoin keep growing and the stablecoin market reach something like $2 trillion by the end of 2028, banks could lose as much as $500 billion in deposits. So that's a lot of money leaving traditional accounts and moving into digital dollar tokens instead. So that shift matters because banks use deposits to fund loans and earn interest. So if deposits shrink significantly, regional banks could see pressure on their profits and lending ability. So large investment banks and diversified banks would likely be less effective because they don't rely on deposits as heavily as regional banks do. So one of the reasons this could happen is that stablecoin issuers don't hold most of their reserves in traditional bank deposits. So they keep them in things like U.S. treasuries or money market funds. So when money leaves a bank to buy stablecoins, it doesn't just go back into another bank. It mostly stays outside the traditional banking system. So yeah, bank deposits. Just know the difference between bank deposits and stablecoins. So yeah, this is going to be a big issue if people are, or if they're going to continue to be reallocating their funds into stablecoins. So yeah, if stablecoins become more useful for everyday payments or even just for holding dollars digitally, investors and savers might choose them instead of bank deposits. So that could change how money moves and how banks fund their lending. So we'll see, because we know y'all like to lend our money out. So I'm all for it. Everybody keep moving their money into stablecoins.
Nah. That's definitely a threat. It's definitely a threat. That's why them banks be pushing back. So yeah.
For sure. So I know you got an article on silver. Silver. So silver moves $2 trillion as Bitcoin lags eyes on Super Wednesday. So yeah, about that, and then we'll talk about. I got this article about gold. So we'll talk about gold surge above 5,000 next.
Okay, silver versus Bitcoin. So basically, what happened? Silver went wild yesterday. Went super wild. Almost 2 trillion moved in and out of silver in one day, fam. And silver prices jumped, crashed, then jumped again. Very unusual, right? Why this is a big deal? Because at times silver moved as much as money as Bitcoin's entire market value in just hours. So experts say this kind of price action is rare and historic, of course. Why silver is pumping? You already know the dollar's weak as hell, and global tension and uncertainty, and investors moving into hard assets like metals. And then Bitcoin is lagging; it stayed below 90. Its total market value is about 1.76 trillion, while silver exploded. Bitcoin barely moved. So in the big picture, gold, silver, crypto don't move smoothly. They often stay quiet for years, then they move fast all at once. So patience really matters. So why tomorrow Super Wednesday matters is because the Fed will announce interest rate decisions, and then U.S. oil data drops that same day. So this event right here is going to affect inflation, liquidity, and risk assets like crypto. So we're gonna stay tuned for Super Wednesday tomorrow and see what's up from there.
Ooh, Super Wednesday. Okay, for sure. So I'll go ahead and go over the gold. So gold surged above $5,000 in Clarity Act limbo frame, contrasting futures for crypto markets. And this is from Bitwise CIO. So gold surpasses $5,000. So let's talk about what that means for markets. So gold prices have climbed above $5,000 per ounce, which is a record level as investors seek assets outside traditional fiat and paper money systems. So this isn't just a big headline. It reflects growing institutional demand for hard stores of value amid macroeconomic uncertainty, monetary policy concerns, and geopolitical risk. So investors moving into gold usually signal a desire for stability. It's a hedge against inflation and protection from currency debasement, especially when confidence in traditional financial systems weakens. So the fact that gold has surged so sharply suggests many are worried about the long-term strength of fiat currency and central bank policies. So contrast with crypto's regulatory roadblocks. So at the same time, crypto markets are facing a different kind of uncertainty, not primarily macroeconomic, but regulatory clarity in the U.S. The Clarity Act, y'all know that's the bill that we're waiting for, is currently in limbo after early setbacks and falling odds of passage. So that uncertainty matters because without clear industry-friendly law, institutional capital is hesitant to fully deploy into digital markets. So some industry leaders have rejected the current draft as unworkable, which has weakened confidence in the bill's prospects. So this creates a contrasting landscape. Gold is rallying on fear and structural demand, while crypto is waiting on political and regulatory signals that could unlock wider adoption. So what this contrast tells us is that safe haven demand is rising. So gold's move past $5,000 shows that many investors are actively positioning for risk and uncertainty, not just short-term market turbulence, but potential long-lasting shifts in economic trust. And then next is crypto adoption is still waiting on law. So crypto innovation isn't stopping. Layer one networks, blockchain applications, stablecoins, and on-chain finance continue to grow, but policy clarity is lagging. So this means capital that might flow into crypto infrastructure or tokens is instead sitting on the sidelines or moving into traditionally regulated hedges like gold. So that's why I'm a firm believer that a lot of the money that's going into silver and gold may get reallocated into crypto once clarity passes and we have law. Yeah, I know that's a bold thing to say, but I really believe. I'm not saying all the capital, but I think some of this capital gets reallocated into crypto. Right now, people just playing it safe, but once we get law and institutions get involved, I think you're gonna see some of that money get reallocated. I'm just saying.
Silver's still over 100, guys. Even though it went to like 115 or whatever it was, like 115, 116.
Still over $100 though.
Still over 100. It's 108 right now.
Okay. So it's two different risk decisions that they point out in this article. So gold, so investors buy it to store value and mitigate fiat risk. Crypto, investors wait for regulatory certainty and adoption pathways before fully allocating. So both are reactions to perceived gaps in confidence, but they play out differently in markets. So gold's record rally shows that institutions are increasingly looking for stable stores of value amid macro and currency concerns, while crypto's growth is being shaped by regulatory clarity and not just fundamentals. So I thought that was a good little article just to kind of discuss, because gold and silver is going crazy right now and crypto is in limbo. So but again, okay. I think some of them funds gonna get reallocated. So but it's nice seeing gold and silver go up. I'm happy. Shout out to people that's making money right now. For sure. So yeah, we'll go on to this next article. So let's talk about, I know you sent me an article about let me see. You sent me something about XRP. Here we go. So XRP price forms triple bottom structure as XRP ledger hits $1 billion tokenization.
Yeah. So basically, this is what the chart says for my technical people. XRP keeps bouncing off the same price area around $1.90. This is called the triple bottom, which usually means sellers are getting tired, buyers are stepping in. So some analysts think this could be the end of the long sideways phase. So big picture shit, if XRP stays above this support, some experts think it could go much higher in the next 1 to 2 years. Well, duh. But if it breaks down, it could still drop. Overall XRP growth, the XRP ledger now holds over $1 billion in tokenized assets. That is nothing to fucking sneeze at. So that means real things like stablecoins, US Treasury bonds, big institutions are starting to use the XRPL, not just trade that shit. More money, real assets, and stronger long-term network value. And then stablecoins are rising. Of course, you talked about stablecoins, Ash. Stablecoins on the XRPL grew by $100 million in 1 month. And then total stablecoins on the XRPL total $407 million. Binance supporting Ripple's stablecoin helped the boost as well. And then SUBBD, side note, is a new AI creator platform. It helps creators make money directly from fans using crypto. So that's just some side shit. But yeah, man. I forgot to tell you about that shit. And it was in this article. They just threw that shit in the article. I guess they sponsoring it. But yeah, we could talk about that later.
Yeah, they trying to promote their little AI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It's cool. But
all right. Shout out Aqua.
What's good, Aqua? Peace. But yeah, we're gonna see where it goes. You know, triple bottom. So we'll see who's really gonna step up to the plate, the buyers or the sellers.
100. Let's talk about this real quick, because you said this about crypto market bill gains traction ahead of January 31st. Traction? I haven't seen that type of headline in a couple of days. What's going on?
Right. So basically what's happening. Yeah, I know, right? So the U.S. crypto regulation bill is moving forward in Congress. Lawmakers are trying to push before a possible government shutdown, in a couple of days on the 31st. Why the bill almost got stuck is because a senator added a credit card fee rule that had nothing to do with crypto. So they just adding shit, you know what I'm saying, just to stall. That extra rule could have killed the bill, but he pulled it back so the bill can move forward. And what the Dems are doing now, the Democrats said they won't block the bill during the next review on January 29th. So that's going to make it more likely that the bill keeps moving forward. So the Democrats said, all right, well, according to this piece,
don't have a choice. As we discuss every day, it's theater. The bill is done. They don't have a choice. We risk being behind. We risk China taking over. We risk not being able to transact with the rest of the world. Blockchain technology has got to happen here in America, or we're fucked. And we're not going to be fucked. This is America. Come on now.
It's America. This is America, ladies and gentlemen. So the shutdown risk overall, there's still about an 80% chance that the U.S. government does shut down. So, you know, if this happens, the government pulls money out of the markets, and then crypto usually gets hit first. So why crypto traders care is because less money in the system equal lower prices, and then even good crypto news can struggle during the shutdown, as we've seen. Right. So this is why our markets feel a little bit shaky right now. So we're gonna see if they do. But we know this snowstorm is coming in. This next snowstorm is supposed to be coming in. So that could be another excuse. You know what I'm saying? Since they want to be all like, oh man, it's a snowstorm. Like they taking the cheese bus to work or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Out of here. But yeah, that was really it. That was really
that's
it. So
it.
them said.
That's
yeah, so the Dems said they're not gonna get in the way, allegedly.
That's what they claiming. Okay, we'll see. Time will tell. We'll see what type of bickering and bitching they'll be doing at the next hearing. So we'll see, guys. But hopefully they keep this energy. I like that. I like articles like that. Let's keep that momentum going. Stuff has been so negative. I just want stuff to flip back to being positive. Like So yeah, y'all. Like we said, we'll keep y'all updated on the bill. So it looks like we're trading in the right direction. It looks like we're trading in the right direction. Are we? I don't know. But it looks like we should be trading in the right direction since the Democrats are like, okay, you know, I won't stall this any longer. I mean, I'm just like, you're adding more to your workload, but whatever. So I know you sent me an article about Kalshi. So Kalshi opens Washington, D.C. office to boost U.S. integration efforts.
Yeah. Kalshi making moves, man. They in the mix of everything. So basically, what happened with them is they opened up a new office in DC. So this is to work directly with the U.S. government and regulators. So they're gonna be right up under them. So this is important because Kalshi runs, the prediction markets. You know, the markets where people bet on real world outcomes like elections or sports.
I bet they want to be near the government.
I tell you, the manipulation that's going on here is crazy, fam.
Everything's gonna be rigged, eh?
This shit is crazy. So these markets are growing fast, moving billions of dollars each month. You know what I'm saying? As we've been talking about, being in DC helps Kalshi protect his business as rules are being written. It's not only going to protect his business, but it's going to help them gain a footing on whatever they need to do for the markets, for their market share, for the prediction markets anyway. So Kalshi hired a top political insider to talk with lawmakers. Surprise, surprise. They also hired former Amazon policy manager to handle state level rules. And then CNN recently picked Kalshi as its official prediction market partner. Kalshi's come up is crazy. Kalshi and Polymarket's come up was so crazy over the past 6 months, yo. Crazy. So Kalshi did $6.5 billion in trading in 1 month, man. That's more than its main competitor, Polymarket. And then sports events are a huge driver of this growth. The problem is some U.S. states say Kalshi is illegally sports gambling. Well, they finding a way around the way around. They don't care. They're going to link up with whatever companies. If CNN is cool with it, they don't care. Several states have banned, or sued Kalshi. And then Kalshi's, is fighting in court. Because Kalshi's eating out here. Because he's eating. They don't like that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. They in DC now. They right there in the DMV. Shout out to my people in the DMV too.
They knew where to run for protection. That's funny.
Man.
That's funny. Okay, so we got I got another article that I just wanted to point out to everybody. This is crazy. So Nike to cut 775 distribution center jobs while increasing use of automation.
What did you tell them? Ash?
I told y'all need to start looking for another job if you work in warehouses. I told y'all that. You work in any type of distribution center, warehouse, gang, you have no job security right now. At any moment in time, they could be laying y'all the fuck off. Like at any moment. I would not be, if I worked a warehouse job, I would not be comfortable. I would not be comfortable. I would be trying to reskill and upskill because that day is coming. It's going to catch y'all off guard. They're not giving y'all no warning. That's why I'm one of those people where, you know, to a certain degree, I don't believe in 2-week notices, depending on the situation. I don't believe in 2-week notices because jobs don't give you a 2-week notice when they're getting ready to fire your ass or lay you off. So, but Nike is openly admitting that they are increasing use of automation. So, yeah, they're cutting about 775 jobs in distribution centers as it expands to automation. So Nike has announced, yeah, they basically announced this, I think, today, but this is across the United States. So it's not just one distribution center. So it says across the United States, while they're also increasing their use of automation technology in logistics and warehousing. So this reflects a broader trend in retail. Companies are turning to robotics and software to speed operations and reduce labor costs. So, you know, retailers, so I'm a big Nike person, just because I like their gear. I buy a lot of Nike shit. So I thought this was interesting. I hope that means I'm going to get my packages faster.
Facts.
I'm sorry not to be cold-hearted, but, you know, if I can order something, it could come the same day or the next day. I'm all for it.
I mean, look, we raised the bar. They raised the bar with Amazon and, you know, same day delivery. Like,
yeah,
they gonna take it as far as they're gonna take it.
That's a fact. So yeah, automation is becoming standard in logistics. So robots and automated systems, such as automated storage and retrieval systems, conveyor and sorting robotics, AI guided picking systems are increasingly used across the retail industry because they can work longer hours and reduce errors in warehouse operations. So yeah, 775 jobs will be cut at distribution centers. So if you work in the storage or retrieval systems, conveyor, or if you're in sorting robotics, you're gone. So if you do sorting or anything like that, if you do the storage, conveyor, you're done. It's over with. It's a wrap. So go ahead and wrap it up. I warned y'all though. I definitely warned y'all so that y'all could be prepared, because all we're trying to do, I'm a solution solver. I'm not saying this to laugh at you. I'm saying this so you can prepare and already have a plan in place so that your lifestyle does not have to change, or your lifestyle can get better because you decided to upskill and reskill and you didn't wait for that call or that email saying, you know, you no longer have a job. You know, this is just to put the warning out, because a lot of people are in denial that this is happening. People think we're like 10 years from this shit and we're here. It's happening right now, and more people are realizing that. So Plickton would be one of those people that thought that this had another 10-year timeline and y'all had 10 more years to bullshit. You're lucky if you have a year or two to bullshit in your whatever career you may be in right now. So please, and if you do have a year or two, you're mad lucky, let alone another 4 or 5 years. Because white collar jobs are fucked. You know what I'm saying? Warehouse jobs, retail jobs, over with. So yeah. But yeah, just wanted to kind of put that out there. So you might want to make sure you're investing, because that's the best thing that you could do right now is be holding assets, getting in precious metals, getting in crypto, and definitely getting in foreign currencies. You know, while you're at it, and reskilling and upskilling, because that's the only way you're gonna survive in the future. So, so yeah. And like Cecil said, our world is evolving. We need to be able to evolve with it. There you go. There you go. Our world is evolving. Let them know. So yeah, y'all. That was pretty much all we had for right now, though. So other than that, man, make sure y'all get in the Patreon. So also, the free trust is still going on. Dee's running a call at 4. So for those that want to take advantage of that free trust, make sure you take advantage of the free trust. I don't know how much longer they're going to be offering it, so I just want everybody to take advantage of it, because I think everybody should at least look into it, or at least, you know, take the call to see what's going on and be shopping around. So the link, the questionnaire is in the description, so make sure you guys are tapped in for that call. That call is going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern for that free trust. So make sure you guys, man, go ahead and set your kids up, set yourself up, you know what I'm saying, take advantage of that free trust. But other than that, man, make sure y'all get in that DeFi Patreon. Make sure y'all get into the BlockNation community Patreon, and tap in with us. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we'll see y'all. If you're in the Patreon, we'll see y'all on live later.
We sure will.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. I gotta go to the gym. So, all right, y'all.